Morning again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and welcome to my noisy paradise where the birds are having they're having a caucus. So these are, if I can focus at all, these are silicone pinch bowls that I found at Marshall's, and I think I showed them recently, but they make really good ring pour cups and pouring cups of any kind. So I'm going to pick the middle one. And I'm going to use this 12 by 16 inch canvas, and I'm going to attempt to do something that I have not done before, but other people have. And that would be to pour what, the only name I can come up with for it is an angel wing pour, but it's not really an angel wing pour because I'm not going to pour an angel wing with it. But I like the way the paint is tipped. And this time, something just fell down. Okay, never mind. I don't know what that was. This time, usually I pour white in between my layers, especially with the neons, and I'm not doing that this time. Although I will add some white in between. I'm looking for some drama, and that's the Prussian blue. I have added a fair amount of Deco Art pouring medium to some of my paints. I don't mark them. I wish I did for your sake, but otherwise I'm pretty busy, so I don't. Just call me lazy and get it over with. Let's go back to some more white. I want some pearl in there, but this is mostly, I saw that thing that does not belong, far down there. I was trying to convince myself to add little dribbly layers of things, but obviously I haven't done an amazing job at totally convincing myself of that, or they'd be in there now. I want something really a little more startling than all of that. Let's see if I can add just a dribble of the white. And then head for a rainbow effect. I have a dark red-orange. I mix most of my, like the red-orange is a mix of red and orange, obviously. So you can't count on me to give you the names of any colors that are specific, because they're mostly not specific. I'm imagining that I'm going to get to fill this cup up and not need most of it at all. So I'd better make the colors count on this end, because they're the only ones I'm going to get right now. And I'm going to have to use the others in another pour, which I just realized a moment ago while I was willy-nilly pouring to my heart's desire, which will happen when all the colors are so pretty. Yay! Alright, well, I'll make that Bahama blue. What else do I want in there? I want some of this magenta. And I don't know what that'll do next to the other one, but I imagine it's good. And maybe, just maybe, I'll give myself permission to start with some black. Now, we got beautiful colors in my bowl, and I'm going to pull out my OXO omelet turning spatula, and I have enough white left, fortunately. I also have some glasses. Woohoo, right there. I got all kinds of tools handy, and all bets are off. I don't know what I'm going to use. Anyway, I'm going to start with a nice puddle of white paint, because paint allows other paints to flow. Whatever you are, go away. And I'm going to try and spread that one little area of paint with my OXO omelet turning spatula, available on my Amazon link, along with my, where are they? Princeton Art Tool Catalyst Blades silicone spatulas. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them, and I got double flat fronts because that's the first one I got, and I kept losing it every time I went inside to mix paint. And then I didn't have it when I wanted it, and I want to have what I want when I want it. I'm just like that, because I can be. Oh, that went right over the side, which is really okay. I don't mind not having paint on the sides a lot of times. It gives me something to hang on to. I know it might be a little bit of a challenge to then cover the sides with appropriate color, but so often paint drips down. I see that little thing. Alright, so I'm busy talking and not paying enough attention to what I'm doing to make sure that all that paint covers everything appropriately well. And I'm thinking also, because I've seen this angel wing pour enough times so that if I want it to move as I tip the canvas to allow it to go back and forth, or up and down I guess is more appropriate, I can also add a puddle of paint in front of it and tip it. I want to be able to use what everybody else is using but do it in my own way. Does that make sense? I could start from the other side. I've got 11 minutes left. I see that I also have some gold left over that I mixed from mica powder with GAC 800 that I use in all of my colors, by the way. I repeat that all the time because when the painting is drying, and if I have left them thick, then I'm in much less danger of having cracks as it dries. So I don't have that very well covered, which is okay with me, but I am going to take what little bit of gold I have and pour it right there, because I'm going to mix up another batch anyway, and I want to see what's going to happen by pouring it right there. I wish I could get it all out quickly. I'll just put the top back on so it won't set up, hopefully. Now, I had that up in the air. Looks like it might be a little much, and it probably makes a big difference if I tip it this way or that. And of course my colors are much more rainbow, and since it's sort of a puddle pour, less of a ring pour, I can choose to do what I want with it, including add chain, which I might. I just wanted to see what kind of new patterns I could come up with. Not minding that gold in there, kind of liking it. I'm going to pull out what I always pull out, which is an edge catcher, which is made at this point from something plastic packaging. I cut the top off. This is the perfect time. Right after Christmas, go through your neighbor's garbage as you walk your dog or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back down the other way. I want some purple. I want quite a bit of purple because I've got that white, and the white is always a catalyst for me. If I can get it to the edge nice and tight, then in theory, even though it pulls against the edge of that edge catcher, I can then throw it back down into the paint mix on the canvas and even go so far as to scrape it off. So I'm liking that purple. It's definitely some accidental art right now, with just applying it with a different method. I'm going to stop that paint as best I can. I wish I could stop time in the middle and throw some other color in there, like more purple maybe. Just throw it in there. Maybe we'll go back where we were. That sounds like a plan to me. Now I'll throw it back in and squeeze it down. So I've got two big purple dots. Interesting. Is that really what I wanted? I also have this beautiful color shift. Blue, which I wasn't using for very long. That looks nice there. I like that there. I imagine it's falling over the side, which I'm just going to help a little bit. And I'm going to grab my skewer, pull that down that way. Just sort of spread it out a little bit. Doesn't bother me a bit. I see there are other colors in there, and that just makes me want to grab my medical tubing. And uncover some things. Even though there's some beautiful cells, I kind of imagine we're going to form some more beautiful cells. I want to do this right here. I want to throw some white in there. And then just blow into it and see what happens. Because white will generally sell. Or be the catalyst for cells. I have the rest of that dish of colors, and I like what I have. but I think it's a choice between adding some more of this Prussian blue to the mix or just adding it right there. Guess what I chose? I want some more of that gold. I think if I want some gold. Now I've got nice colors up there, but they're a little muted. So I think I'm going to give myself permission to just come in here and see what happens when I add my Princeton Catalyst Art Tool spatula. I'm getting a lot of pretty little cells. I don't use any silicone in my mix. And I'm liking everything that happened there. Not positive about that little loopy thing, but that's okay. It's pretty. Pretty loopy thing. I don't have to make up my mind right now. I can wait. I have some gold. I don't have some gold that's as pretty as what I was using, but I have some gold. I did give it a bit of a shake. I have got some paint left on my spatula, and I'm not afraid to use it. I don't mind mixing the paint. So long as you're thinking about what you're doing, it's not the end of the world to use a spatula with some paint on it. So long as you know what it is, and you have some kind of guess what it's going to do. I like this purple, but I want it to change a little bit. Evidently I wanted to change a lot. That's not what I thought I was going to do there. But I have a lot of paint here that I can see now, and I just want to tip it, all of it, for a moment, and then just use my best judgment and see what I can do up there. I don't make any guarantees anybody will ever see this or how it will come out, but I never know unless I'm willing to try, so I do try. That is not the color I wanted. I don't have any yellow in there, and I kind of think I might want some. But that is the wrong color yellow. That is not the color yellow I wanted. This is. Yeah. So it's not really anything specific, this. It's just I used the first method as a way to get paint onto the canvas and to see how it would work and if I wanted to use it or not. So now I can do whatever I want, and that includes pulling out some chain and using the little tiny loop, just the little tiny loop. As I have done recently with some other things. That's a little mucky. And I don't want to eradicate everything beautiful there. I'm going to let that paint fall off. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to grab some of this white, put it near that other white. Those are some gorgeous cells down there. Playing fast and loose with eradicating. Oh, look, I'm going to head for that fingerprint. I'm so enamored of this chain effect. I can't keep myself from playing with it. But I am going to have to keep wiping it off. And I do have a wet rag handy. I just want some other colors to play with, for sure. And I see that purple up at the top, and I want to drop some black in there. I want to use the color I've got on there. Let's see if we can drop some color and what happens when there's a dollop of paint right on. Let's let that continue over and let it just relax its paint right off. I said I didn't want to destroy those cells, and there I am, I'm back in them again. It does make me wonder if I could maybe put some of that gold that I have left that's in the bottom of that container right onto that chain, dip it right in, Yeah, I got a little bit more. I got my loop is too big and I got too much chain falling out of my hands. I think shorter chain is the answer. Oh, yes. I'm pretty sure I'm over here struggling and you're just watching a non-event. Sorry about that. Yes, you guys, I can hear you. Yay! Yeah, so not tired of little loops yet. I wonder what they are on about. Really, I do. I'm gonna wipe off that chain again and grab some of this pretty magenta with pouring medium in. I've found a big bunch of paint. Deep puddles. And I'm playing fast and loose and dangerously so. I'm going to let that fall down right over the side and pull it up again. Let it just rest it there and relax for a moment. I want some black. I'm getting rid of all my negative space and I don't think that was the plan. But I'm pretty happy with my mixing the black with some other colors. And if I can keep pulling it, oh, we're going to be out of time. Son of a gun. And I hid my timer for myself. Okay, it's right in front of me. Yeah, I'm like that. Okay, well, that's kind of fun. It's not exactly what I really want. I've got 3 minutes left to tell you whatever I'm going to tell you. And I don't feel like telling you any of it right now, honestly. But I have Teespring clothing. I'm trying to make a living doing this. I appreciate the job. Thank you for all the contributions. And thank you for all the comments. You guys keep my morale up, even though I'm not selling a lot of paintings, which I do sell, by the way, and would love to sell some more of. If you want a painting, just contact me, and I will get in touch with you, give you an email. Yeah, still focused. We haven't torched. Maybe we should. I'd like some more black, I think. I'd like some more gold. I'd like a bunch more of all kinds of stuff. I'm going to run out of time and you'll be gone and I'll be sorry. I've got volumes 1, 2, and 3, or I'm trying to fill up 3, of YouTube Wet and Dry Artworks, their Facebook albums, at the bottom of the description underneath the video. And my Pinterest. And my Instagram link is down there. The paint pouring recipe is also underneath the video in the description, along with my Amazon link. I forgot all about that yellow, which is now green. That might not have been my wisest move. I should have probably taken the straw to that, but I'm still having a good time. So we just published a book called Because I Can, which is the first 100 videos on YouTube, and tools and processes and descriptions. So if anything like that sounds interesting to you, you can be a big help by, if you buy it, to give us a nice review if you think it's a good idea. I'm not feeling overly confident about this. I definitely am making some kind of nice colored gray mud, but I'm not done yet, and I could start again pretty easily and not be unhappy about it either. And I know I'm going to run out of time, but I'm probably not out yet. Just using what falls over the side. That white right there does not look quite like everything else, which is maybe okay, and maybe not. But I am a little tired of making the mud. I'm not the least bit tired of making purple mud, though. Purple mud works for me. And I'm trying to use